The aftermath of Disney's D23 panel becomes clearer by the day. One of the eventful things that had occurred post D23 is the backlash against Halle Bailey as Ariel in Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. And then it turns out that Daryl Hannah, who previously starred in a romantic comedy called Splash, jumped into Halle Bailey's defense. I'll quote the tweet for you listeners out there. "The Little Mermaid is black. I met her there. Hashtag don't be a racist dork." Alright, so here's where the root of the problem lies. And this can go both ways. Problem A and problem B. Please don't come after me for problem B. And if so, come up with a proper argument and we can have a debate about it at some point. Problem A is, and if we as a species have to remind each other of this in today's day and age, then that's just what we're going to have to do before the movie finally sinks in for good in the utter dejection of our pummeled hearts. Racism, bad. Okay? Racism, not good. No benefit for collective prosperity racism brings. See? Even Yoda agrees. Got an easy message? Okay, great. Now that I got that out of the way. Problem B is where unfortunately we're going to hit a bit of a snag. And it will be probably misconstrued as racist. It is very stupid, in my opinion, to race swap an already established character that has been portrayed in earlier versions of a existing movie. Ariel was a white mermaid, and I think for the sake of consistency and paying homage to the original art, it would be ideal for it to stay this way. Not like there's anything bad if, Ariel has a different race. It's just, if you're gonna do a shot-by-shot remake, then wouldn't you want to make it an actual shot-by-shot remake and not just, change how a character looks on the screen? Like, I don't get what this even means, what Disney was thinking. And the thing is, the backlash against Halle Bailey might be because of valid concerns that the movie didn't even have to be made to begin with, especially with a race-swapped iteration of Ariel. Or, the prospect of a live-action remake, such as, Lion King, Aladdin, it's so unnecessary. And I agree with such statements that live-action remakes aren't a necessity, because Disney live-action remakes, in my opinion, typically get a kick of banking on nostalgia from Disney fans instead of just focusing on the damn quality of the movie. And it's really an honest shame, because Disney could have come up with something new for The Little Mermaid, and perhaps they could have channeled their creative superpowers and made an original black female character mermaid, whoever, I don't get what, they're hoping to gain by overstaying its welcome. And I'm going to use the live-action remake of The Lion King as an example. When they did the song, "Can you feel the love tonight?" I'm never doing that again. The scene took place in the afternoon. What? Isn't the song called "Can You Feel the Love Tonight"? It looked like I was watching a documentary about cats. And you know what? Watching a movie of a cat taking a dump in the kitchen is more appealing than garbage. Aladdin was alright. Will Smith plays a good Aladdin, but other than that, they had to chop off, some of the lyrics of Arabian Nights to maintain political correctness. Why do they have to do that? If it's something you want to, move on from your lack of political correctness back then why not just admit that's who you were back then? People are going to simply play the original Aladdin animated movie and they'll be like, you can't pretend you didn't, you know, write this kind of music and dialogue. Like, listen, I can spend hours going on a tangent about Disney's live action remakes, but going back on the subject of the Little Mermaid actor, I honestly think that Daryl Hannah defending her on Twitter was the right way to go. Because, I mean, we shouldn't say mean stuff online about a product that hasn't been released yet. Hale Bailey was contracted to perform a service, which is her acting talent. And as long as she gets paid for her profession, let us just leave it at that. And until Disney's live-action Little Mermaid movie distributes in all theatrical chains worldwide next year, all we can do as movie pundits is speculate about what we think is going to happen and not review the movie under false merits. I might not even watch this movie. Heck, I had barely gotten through the animated version, nor do I intend to. So when this Jiggly McMuffin McCake does come out, you're not going to hear my negative thoughts on this, ever. I will just assume that the movie will have tried its best in being a proper movie and move on with my life like a normal person. Well, I mean, I'll ask my daughter what she thinks about it. I'm kidding, guys. I don't have a spawn. So, don't think that I gave... what? Sorry? Yeah, sorry, my daughter. Her name is Budget and she wants something, like she wants PS5. And, I mean, I don't know. Are we ever going to be normal people? Answer that question in the comment section below, or shoot a message at our Twitter inbox at Cinema Courtroom. And feel free to throw in your thoughts about the backlash against Hale Bailey and the fact that another actor in the film industry is defending her against such backlash on an online forum. Do you also agree with the problems A and B that I briefly touched on about the Little Mermaid live action film in this segment of the Cinema Courtroom show? Let's all be chill and laid back in the comment section, guys. That being said, I would be very amused to read your